You think today's justice system is harsh? In the ancient world, justice wasn't about fairness. It was about fear. It was about making people watch and never forget. These punishments weren't just cruel. They were designed to haunt minds, send a message, and entertain the crowd. From roasting people alive to being devoured by insects. Today, we uncover the 5 most brutal punishments in ancient history. Stick around, because what the Romans did at number 1 will shake you to the core. In ancient Greece, there lived a man named Perilos. He invented a device for a tyrant king, a golden statue shaped like a bull. But this wasn't for worship. It was hollow, with a door on the side. The victim was locked inside, and a fire was lit beneath it. As the metal heated, the person inside was roasted alive. Screams echoed through a system of pipes, making it sound like the bull was roaring. It became a public spectacle, a form of entertainment. And in a twist of fate, Perilos, the very man who built it, became its first victim, burned alive by his own invention. What happened to Perilos was horrifying, but tragically fitting. Lingqi wasn't just execution. It was spiritual annihilation. In ancient China, this punishment was reserved for traitors and the worst criminals. The process began with small cuts: skin, muscle, limbs, one by one. The goal? Keep the victim alive as long as possible. Sometimes, over 3,000 cuts. The crowd watched. Family members were forced to attend. And in the end, the body was dismembered. Not all at once, but gradually. It was as much about pain as it was about shame. They called it the Iron Chair. A throne, not for royalty but for the condemned. Each spike was carefully placed, dozens across the back, arms, legs, even beneath the thighs. The victim was stripped, then strapped down tight. The more they struggled, the deeper the spikes drove in. But it didn't end there. Beneath the chair, executioners lit a fire. Slowly, the iron heated up, cooking the body from the bottom up. Skin blistered, muscles charred. The smell of burning flesh filled the chamber. Chillingly, screams bounced off stone walls, but no one listened. This wasn't just punishment. It was a message, a public display of control, pain, dominance. And when it was over, the chair was wiped clean and ready for the next. This one is straight out of a nightmare. In ancient Persia, scaphism was reserved for the worst criminals or political enemies. The victim was trapped between 2 canoes, force-fed milk and honey until they vomited and defecated. Then left to float in a swamp, disgusted. Covered in your own waste, swarmed by insects, you'd be eaten alive over days. Not hours, emphatic days. You died rotting from the inside out while your body became a living hive for bugs. Imagine being hung upside down, fully conscious. And then, 2 men start sawing you in half, starting from between your legs. This punishment was used in medieval times across parts of Asia and Europe. Why upside down? So the brain stayed oxygenated longer, meaning you stayed alive and aware for as long as possible. You weren't just being killed. You were being made into a message,